Okay. Can you hear me now? Morning, Senior Chief. A little technical difficulty this morning. There we go. Wonder why I did that. That was weird. This bouncy truck. Yep. Okay, excellent. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I thought I could hook up to this. No, of course. I would never ignore you, Yorkie. I thought I could hook up to these. Darn it. Do I have to get a specific... Well, it doesn't have a pintle hook, so okay. I thought you could put that on here. Darn it. Well, I've got enough. I think I can buy a scout trailer. Let's see. Probably not. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the stream I did last week, somebody suggested I grab this in order to do some of these missions. And they are easier with a scout trailer because of their size. However, I need to get a scout trailer. And I don't think I have one here. The weekend's going good. Didn't stream yesterday because I had some work on my child's car I had to do, and we were able to get that taken care of. My brother was very helpful on that, but it didn't take me all day. But then I had a bunch of other stuff I had to do, so I wasn't able to stream yesterday. I don't even have weekend duty this weekend, and I'm getting stuff from work. It's crazy. Hold on just a second. There we go. But, yeah, it's been a good weekend. Morning, Zach. How the weekend been for you guys? I think... Where's that scout? Is there a scout trailer here? It's scout fuel carrier. Scout fuel carrier. Oh, it's at Black River, isn't it? That's really not that far, though. I probably can do that. Good. I'm glad you're doing well this morning, Zach. This thing eats up the gas, though, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I know a lot of people did, and apparently Mike Tyson's performance was worse than... Yeah, this is a long one. Yep, it is, Zach. It's probably going to take a couple of streams to get this one knocked out. Yeah, that fight apparently was terrible. I know I talked to a couple people last night who watched it and were quite disappointed, so... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all the training videos made it look like Tyson was up to the fight, but clearly not. Yeah. Well, and a couple people said that beforehand. A couple people that I talked to were like, yeah, it's going to be a setup, and sure enough, it was. Yeah, it is very sketchy, Zach. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the scout trailer and make the Black River run with a scout and a scout trailer, and then I'll probably make the rest of it with the Fleet Star, but we'll see. Because there's a couple of them that go to some pretty sketchy areas that it may be better to take the P-16. I don't know. But it pays well. I mean, it's 23 grand. And I spent quite a bit of money on the Loadstar here, so. Oh, well, what a... Oh my god. That's what I get for texting and driving. What the hell? Shit. Really? Cannot believe I just did that. Chevy to the rescue. Yeah, no. Now the mic's being all wonky. What's going on here? Here, wait a minute. Wait. Get the flipper truck up. What happened to my text? Oh, that's why. That's no good at all. Oop. There's number 11. Well, I drove it into the ditch, so that's my fault because I was looking at chat. But it was disgusting giving wrong fighter who should have been disqualified for head of it. Oh, really? Yeah, I heard my brother watched watched all the fights, and he said the early card fights were better. He didn't mention the women's fight, I don't think. But so she headbutted, huh? That's no good. I mean, she was fighting on a card with Mike Tyson on it, so you know, I guess we're lucky nobody bit somebody's ear, but. I never really got into boxing or MMA. I watch it every once in a while, but I'll be honest, I don't like watching somebody. The part that bugs me about MMA more than anything else is if they get a knockout and then they jump on the guy and start pounding him in the head. It's like I just don't have any use for that. I don't like it. I like the techniques and stuff people do. You know, I like the old days of MMA, which was mostly jiu-jitsu, which is when the Gracies were dominating with some striking and whatnot. And I like the fact that it's, you know, I like the idea of mixed martial arts, but I just don't like watching people beat the snot out of each other like that. But that whole sport is an interesting business model for sure. I'm hoping this Chevy's enough to write it. Headbutted 3 times. Got deducted a point? Really? Wow. Yeah, you're encouraging bad behavior at that point. There's no doubt. That's no good at all. You can't be doing that. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I thought I put the autonomous winch on this thing. I did, didn't I? Is there nothing for me to winch to? Yeah, I did put the... Yeah, see, that's what I thought. There's nothing to winch to. Yeah, that's... You know, and that's been a problem for the fighting sports for a long time. One of the things that seems to be kind of refreshing about MMA is that for the most part, they don't seem to be as rigged, but... This guy here on the side of the road, in case I need it again. Yeah, see, that's, I mean, again, all you do is encouraging bad behavior there, and that makes no sense. But what are you going to do? Grumpy, what's going on? Good morning. So today's donut is, oh, you know what? God. Camera wasn't working either. Just noticed that. I know you all were missing my ruggedly handsome visage here, so. Today's donut was is a maple bacon. I wanted to get, they had a cranberry orange, which I got last time, which was really good, but they did not have any today, unfortunately. Yeah, sure. A little coffee, a little donuts, a little off-road trucking. We're good to go. I was playing some of the buffed ships, just kind of see what the differences are going to be. I don't know that the Benson really needed buffed torpedoes, but I'll take it. I mean, I've got it set up with the current commander. I got it set up to like 9.6 kilometers. So 8-kilometer torpedoes, I'm sure we'll have a good time with that, but... Oh, really? Come on. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, the other ones definitely need, I mean, the Velos, Mahan. What was the other? The Chumpon. I don't know that really needed. Well, I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt it. It's not the best of the line, so. But yeah, the Benson didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah. Well, and you're right, Grumpy. I mean, they're basing it on how often they're played, so. You know, it's interesting when you get, like, when you start looking at the PC game and watching PC content creators, a lot of those ships on the PC have been completely power crept. And the same thing's happening in Legends, obviously. You know, they keep trying to make more and more enticing ships, and you end up power creeping everything else. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the Farragut is a better ship, but they are very close. So, you know, what's the point of having two of them? So, all right, let's see what we got here. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we're just going to winch our way to happiness here. What? Really, is this thing going to have this much trouble getting across here? Good Lord. I guess I took a bad line. I don't remember the Loadstar having this much trouble going across the river. Yep. That's true. So, we'll see. That's why I was trying to get some pre-buff play and just kind of see the difference between the two. You know, the Velos definitely needed help. That thing was not a good ship, basically. And I haven't played the Chump on that much, so yeah. Yeah, they did a whole bunch of stuff to it. With a torpedo reload, the rudder. What else? Damage to both the HE and the AP. I mean, they did a bunch of stuff too. So it'll be interesting to see how competitive it is. I mean, there's, you know, with the Lucian at tier 8, I mean, there aren't many more. There isn't really a need for many more destroyers free to play, generally speaking. Yeah. Well, like I said, they may have fixed that now. We'll see. Come on. Yeah, I could probably be out for rank tonight, sure. What time? My time. Or just, I'll be on, so just send me an invite when you're ready. Nope. There we go. Usual? Okay. What in the world? Why? Find some traction somewhere, truck. Come on. This is just this annoying is what that is. Wind. You guys got problems with no, we're doing creative winching here. I don't know. Come on, there's got to be some traction out here somewhere. Getting any forward movement at all? A little bit. Wow. We'll try turning the wheels here. Sometimes it helps. Oh, good. A week ahead is snow. Wow. I'll be surprised if we ever see snow. No, this isn't really a shortcut. Generally speaking, I mean, this is a normal route here, but clearly this truck is not quite up to snuff. Oh, there we go. We're getting a little more traction. Problem is I got to come back this way with a trailer. That's going to be even more entertaining. It's a stuck cut, yeah. I just don't remember this truck being having this much trouble here. Yeah, it is the best Scout, but it's really struggling here. Dogfighter, how you doing? I've burned up half my fuel coming across here. I don't remember this thing being this thirsty either. Yeah, well, that doesn't help. For sure. I was hoping the crane on there would help a little bit, but... well, church is important, so it's good that you're doing that. Come on. You can do it. There's nothing here to hook onto. I need to park a trailer here so I've got some sort of anchor. This is ridiculous. Come on. Alright, take it easy, Warfighter. Or Dogfighter. I was hoping I could push off of that. For 3 hours, so till noon. Well, crap. This is just stupid. Trying to put some weight on the rear wheels here, but it does not seem to be. I think the Chevy's going to have to come to the rescue again. Alright. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, Yorkie. I'm still making some forward progress, but I don't seem to be hitting solid dirt anywhere, which is really annoying. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, thank goodness. Of course, now I'm out of fuel, so... Where's that trailer? It's up here. Well, that was fun. This is supposed to be somewhat time-saving, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. I'm going to have to bring the Chevy with the scout trailer, the scout fuel trailer. Whoops. Where am I going? Oh, Lord. Well, we'll go here. Try not to get stuck again. I still think the Chevy truck, once it's kitted out fully, is underrated as a scout in this game. It doesn't have a lot of utility, but it can go a lot of places. And this thing's usually a monster, but I think the lack of anything on the rear end right now is really hurting the performance. And the crane is clearly not heavy enough to make up the difference. Oh, by the way, I put, if you're, I think everybody's on YouTube here, yeah. So on YouTube, I put a link to, if you're interested in roadcraft, a tribe called Cars has a video out. He actually got to see some of the gameplay footage. About 30 minutes of it, I think, is what he watched from the devs of Roadcraft, and even though he can't show any of the gameplay footage yet, he did have some additional details on the game, so I put a link to that in the description, so if you want to watch that, you can. It's also a good channel if you're interested in Roadcraft and SnowRunner. He's got a pretty good channel there. Alright. Well, we got the trailer with a bunch of bricks. I'm not real confident that we're going to be able to get across the river with the trailer in one piece. And we got to get gas, because we've burned up 35 gallons already. So, I don't know exactly what we're going to do about that. Again, I don't remember this thing being such a gas hog. But I mean, I filled up with 35 gallons before I came across the river, and I burned through it already. I mean, it is burning up 2 to 3 gallons a minute, so that's a lot. That's one of the things I wish you could adjust in New Game Plus is fuel mileage, because the fuel mileage is a little out of whack. Lord. Really? Come on. Lord. Alright, let me get the Chevy. The Loadstar does have a nice, strong motor, but apparently we need to see if we can get some more additional upgrades, like bigger tires or something, because this is a little ridiculous. I guess I should have just brought this with me when I drove down to the river. And Season 15 is coming out soon as well for this game, so I will probably, the stream will probably take a couple week deviation. Let's see. I want to, yeah, that's what I thought. I gotta go this way. Because I will probably play Season 15 content for a while, so everybody can see the new trucks and the new maps and stuff, and then I'll come back to this playthrough, and I'll play Season 15 in hardcore. Well, I don't know if I'll do hardcore or not, because I'm going to want to be able to buy new trucks and stuff, so we'll see. But I'll definitely play Season 15 for probably a couple of months. If I don't know how long it'll take me. This seems to be a bigger map. Austria took most people about 20 hours to complete, and I should have gone and done that. I was initially worried that I would get to those maps too quickly, but I don't see that happening. I mean, Michigan's taken me, what, 20 some odd episodes. It'll probably take me 30 episodes. So I'll play Season 15 when it comes out, and then go back to this playthrough. Alright. Now I'm going to leave the trailer here because that's going to make it too difficult to go across. But we'll refuel. And the roof rack's got 11. That should be enough to get the other truck across. Lock the diff. Take this route over here. Trevor, what's going on? Oh, you did? What'd you get? A little bit further. Oh, you got the Mac Defense and the Kenworth. Nice. Yeah, that Mac Defense is a cool looking truck. I haven't played it yet. I've got it, but I haven't played it. It seems pretty capable, however. Maybe if I stay more to this side. Need more anchor points over here on this side of the river. I mean, I expect it to be soft on the edge of a river, but jeez. I wonder if I take the bricks off, will that help? Probably. Oops. Two rescues already this morning. Well, even the Tega is tough to get stuck. I haven't messed with the Kenworth that much, so. And again, I haven't played. I've watched some gameplay of the Mac Defense, but I haven't watched the Kenworth before. Am I close enough to refuel the? There we go. Pull this thing out. I think what I'll do is I'll unload the trailer because I don't need the bricks. I can get bricks other places, so. Unpack cargo. There we go. Reasonably solid surface here. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, I've played the 963 a bunch. Yeah, I love that thing. Yeah, it took me a minute. I clearly have not had enough coffee yet. But yeah, that thing's a monster. That's probably my favorite truck just from the visuals. I mean, obviously it's very capable, but the visually that thing's just crazy looking. I love it. Activate the anchor, go to crane mode. For some reason that caused a bunch of sparks. I'm afraid this load's going to tip the truck over. We'll just dump that right in the mud. Yeah, yeah. That thing is just monstrous. It's an awesome truck. Okay. Store the crane. There we go. Back up. Pull forward. Oops, sorry. Sorry, Chevy. All right. Well, I guess to some degree it depends on how you're playing. The newest ones that came out with the Earth Roamers are quite good and very capable. Lots of utility to them. If you're just going all out, what's it called? I mean, the Tuck is very good, but it doesn't have a whole lot of utility, which is that armored personnel carrier looking thing. But there is a six-wheeled. I'd have to go look. I'll tell you what, let's do that. Let's Again, it depends on what you're looking for. These Earth Roamers are quite good. Both of them. The F-750 is quite good. It's got lots of utility. This thing right here, this thing is unstoppable. And the really nice thing is that you can get frame add-ons for it. It's got a flatbed on it. The crane I wouldn't recommend. It doesn't. It's too weak to pick anything up. But you can do the crane and the flatbed, and you can pick up really small loads. But I tried to pick up like a load of bricks with it, and it wouldn't do it. But this thing will go pretty much anywhere. And if you do the truck supplies, you can get, you know, you see 22 gallons here. And then the slant bag trunk kit gives you another 27 gallons. So you carry a little bit of fuel. But I really like this. This thing is, like I said, unstoppable. Let's see. What else is... The Marshall, of course, is good. And then the Yar 87 is also quite capable. Again, it just depends on if you're going all out or if you're trying to stay within the region or whatever. But those would be probably my top picks. This thing I haven't played with, but obviously it's fairly OP. Those are probably the top picks. All right, so let's see. Let's change trucks. We'll hook the winch up. Lock the diff, and here we go. Oop. Thought that was on already. There we go. Sad that we're going to have to tow this thing across, but... I did not intend for the river crossing to be the entire stream. Excellent. Yep. That's probably my best bet there. We'll get this one up on here, and then we'll bring the Loadstar across. I just don't want to. I don't want this truck washing down the river. I've had that happen before. It's not fun. And of course, we have the extra joy of having a trailer on board, though that sometimes can be handy because you get additional winching points. But whoops. There we go. Oh, man, come on. Let's see. Yeah. All I gotta do is pull forward a little bit more, dude. Yeah. Again, I'm just kind of disappointed. I don't recall having this much trouble getting this truck across here before. This was usually a way. I mean, that's usually what I did when I used to play, and I don't know if they've made some change or what the deal is, but and I'm going to run out of fuel halfway across probably too. That's great. Usually this thing trucked across here pretty well. I wouldn't have come this way if I known it was going to be this much of a pain in the ass. Maybe I just don't. I'm using the wrong route or something. I don't know. I'm going to run out of gas halfway across the river. Well, this used to be the best scout in the game. I don't know if they did something to it or it's just I'm remembering it differently than it really was. It's a submarine right now. Looks like I'll be able to get across before I run out of fuel. get close to being across. All right. The trailer's going downriver. No. Can I change to truck? No. Oh, Lord. Oh, this thing was going across even without locked diffs. Alright, no more river crossings in the Loadstar, clearly. Is it just me, or is that trailer getting closer? Come on. Great. Do. Just a little bit further there, buddy. There we go. Now, that took entirely longer than I intended. But that's part of the challenge of the game, right? It's part of the fun. Loadstar's fuel full, roof rack's full. Alright. Alrighty. Back on track now. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We'll tow this behind the Loadstar here. Again, the Loadstar eats up more fuel than I remember, so... Can't stop the Chevy. Old step side. You don't see step side trucks much anymore. They have sort of like fake step sides, but... Oh yeah, there's definitely no shortage of missions. Absolutely. Change trucks. Attach a winch. Well, it's not real conducive to attaching a winch, is it? I'll have to favor the left side of the road, I guess. There we go. Yeah, there's always something to do. There's no doubt about that. And of course, with all the DLCs and the other maps and everything, there's hours and hours and hours and hours worth of content here to play. So, which is great. You get your money's worth out of it, that's for sure. And I think in gaming today, that's what people are looking for. They just want their money's worth. They just want to be entertained. They want to be able to sit down and, whether it's, you know, online with other people or single player or whatever, just be able to sit down, chill out. I mean, I don't even watch TV because this is more interactive. Just sitting there looking at the TV just doesn't do it for me. You know, like sports you can get excited about and cheer, and of course nowadays you've got fantasy leagues and excuse me, and all that good stuff. So, and betting. I had like 3 people come up to me at work showing me the bets they were making on like the Tyson fight. But you know, people be putting $5-10 down on a game. You know, I'm not much of a gambler, but what is going on here? Towing this thing is just dragging the trailer sideways. All right, we're good. But Becco, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Appreciate you hopping on. I don't recognize your name, so thanks for stopping by and joining the stream. Always appreciate new people hopping on. What map are you playing, Trail Rod? Are you on a particular map, or you just playing all of them? Skip the scene. Turn the lights on. Attach a winch. Yeah. We're at 2 and 3 depending on which platform you're on, so we'd definitely be between 20 and 40, and I as well as many smaller content creators appreciate that. Oh jeez, I can't believe I just did that. Are you a SnowRunner player looking forward to Roadcraft like the rest of us? British Columbia? Oh, nice, trail ride. Yeah, I haven't done much on that map. I've taken a look at it, but seeing as I'm just getting back into this game, it's like I'm taking a map at a time. Yeah. Yeah, some of the maps, even the like season 4 and 5 maps are got the missions, the difficulty is quite high. Michigan is quite easy. So Are you just playing in regular difficulty trail ride? Or are you playing in hard mode, or what's your preference there? All right, I'm going to drop this trailer here. Take this into the garage for a moment. Make sure I've got everything set up on it, even though I don't have a ton of money, so I may be out of luck on that one. Then we'll fuel up and we will head on to the first mission here. Yeah, see, this is what I usually run, which puts some weight in the back. I don't usually run it with a crane. And that gives you extra fuel capacity, too. Yeah, hard mode is definitely a challenge in this game. Especially on some of the more difficult maps. I think I'm going to change back to this, and we'll ditch the crane for now. Can always use it on another truck, so. See if that helps the range a little bit. I've run the Hummer before on hard mode, but it's not great for sure. I mean, it does okay, but you really got to be careful with it. Let's see, fuel that up and that up. Extend my range quite a bit, hopefully, and improve the traction. Oh, you know what? I forgot to check. I wanted to check the suspension too. Crap. Because I don't think I think you got to be in Alaska to get the better suspension for this. Yeah, see, that's in Alaska. That's what I need. Because then I can go to the 41s. Yeah, absolutely. Follow the channel, man. Appreciate it, Becco. I'm on every Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 12 Eastern Standard Time. And then I do World of Warships Tuesdays and Thursdays and play random games on Mondays. So appreciate the follow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a smart way to go about it, trail ride, no doubt. Cheers. Absolutely. Always love new people joining in. More people to chat with. All that good stuff. More knowledge to add to the community pool. All right. I'm going to back this into here. Attach that trailer. I'm going to shut this off for a minute. Because I think I've reached a good enough level I can upgrade this Chevy a little more. Chat's not showing Trail Ride. Well, Trail Ride is on YouTube. So it should show it on the screen. Yeah, I've got to make this the chat that's on the stream easier to see. I'm gonna work on that today, maybe. But I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Becco. It's a good reminder. Stop. Attach the trailer. I'm still new to Twitch, too. Yeah, I've got an app for doing that. And then, obviously, you put it on the screen. That's why I put it on the screen so people from the different platforms can see each other. Dang it, I'm out of coffee. But yeah. But I appreciate that. I'm going to try to work on. I don't know. I don't think there's any way for me to integrate it into. There might be a way to do it to integrate it into the Twitch stream, but I think they're exclusive to each other. So that's why I put it on the screen. All right. So the roof rack gives me an extra 22 gallons. All right, how much is that? 2,300. Ooh. Well, we'll do it. Whoops. No, do that. Let's sell that. I don't need that. Yeah, it's only suitable for this truck, so. There we go. Now she's full kitted out. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, just, you know, again, like I said, the Chevy is an underrated truck, in my opinion. As you saw in the river, it's quite capable once you get it fully loaded out. Oops, I'm not close enough, I guess. I mean, between what's in the bed and what's on the roof rack, you can carry a fair number of supplies, fuel, all that good stuff. So, considering it's free when you start the game, it's not bad at all. All right. That's full. That's full. Whoops. Try that. I think I got one more to fill up here. Oh, no, okay. Huh. Oh, that's right. It doubled what's on the roof rack, didn't it? Okay. And I think I've got enough fuel in other places that I can just leave this here. Alright, let's change over to the Loadstar. Alright. Nope. Stop it. I like the beacons on. Alright, let's go get the cement for Black River. And we'll use the Scout. We'll use the Loadstar for this. And then we'll probably use the Fleet Star for the rest of the missions. Because it's going to be a long time before I'm in Alaska and get the raised suspension, get the bigger tires on here. It's too bad that I've got to do all that to get there, but that's the nature of the game. It'll be a while before I get to the Alaska map. Let's see if the Loadstar is tough enough to handle the quarry. The quarry is a good test of trucks. There's no doubt. That high gear never seems to work for me. I don't know what that was about. Because if I take the Fleet Star with this 4-place trailer, I should be able to do the warehouse and Drummond Island in one mission. And then we'll probably do the Fleet Star, and we'll probably do the lumber mill with the Fleet Star as well. I suppose I could do the warehouse with this. And then do lumber mill and Drummond Island with the Fleet Star. That might be a better move. Because the warehouse is just up the road here, so... Got enough fuel now. I don't need to do that. Getting quite the fleet together here of old trucks. Old American iron. Take it slow through here, because this thing bounces around a lot. Alright. It is nice this has full-time all-wheel drive, full-time diff locks, so... It does make it quite capable, especially once you get the upgraded suspension on. Yeah, I'm not going to take that shortcut. Shortcuts get me in trouble, as we all know. So we're just going to keep going. Take my foot out of the gas a little bit. Probably be a good idea. See how bouncy it is? I can't sit in the cockpit and drive as bouncy as this thing is. Makes me a little woozy. I don't usually get motion sick, but that's getting close. The engine sound is kind of odd on this. It sounds more like a tractor than it does a truck. It's got that really slow, like really low RPM engine note. Easy. Don't go over the cliff. Yeah. Well, and I have proven that over and over again, as I'm sure you are aware. Shortcuts are usually the long way. There are some shortcuts that work in this, but they're far and few between. Come on, get up there. Now, the only thing is I took the crane off, and now I'm going to have to pay to have cargo loaded on, but it's worth it. Oops. What? Oh, whoops, wrong box. There we go. Cutting into my profit margin a little bit, but it's worth it. Here, we'll put this thing in low for the trip up. Actually, it doesn't sound like a tractor. It sounds like a Model T or something. It's like 300 RPMs red line. Oh, come on. Come on. Really? Come on, baby. You can do it. I wish I had an off-road scout trailer, but And they do have one. I just wasn't able to afford it, so I'm using this. And I think it's only a one-spot trailer, too, which it's not super useful. Got to have at least 2 spots. Now, it'll be interesting to see if I can actually get up. Am I going the right direction? Yeah. Okay. I could try this, but I don't think that's the wisest choice. I think what I'll do is I'll just keep going around. This is a poorly designed quarry, just for the just want to get that up front. Should have done a better job with the quarry. I don't know what engineer designed the exit for here, but they didn't do a very good job. All right. Easy, Puddin'. Where are you going? We're getting high centered on a boulder here. Oh, jeez. There we go. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little pucker factor going on there. These tires do not like rocks for some reason. Again, that's what'll be interesting with roadcraft, is you'll be able to either rebuild the road the way you want it. Though it was interesting that Tribe Called Cars was talking about the fact that the intent of the game is more strategic. It's got like 40 plus vehicles in it. Of course, tracked vehicles now, and movable blades and changeable terrain, which is really going to be cool. But you're more like the boss of the trucking company rather than the truck driver. Now, you'll be able to drive everything, as I understand it, but sort of the intent of the game is more of a project management, strategic sort of mechanic to it, rather than just here's a mission, you go out and do the mission, here's a mission, go out and do the mission. It'll be setting up supply lines and stuff like that, so I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be a more dynamic game than SnowRunner. Hopefully not so much more complicated or dynamic that it becomes more of a chore than it is a game. There's so many games now that's exactly what happens. It's like, oh, I got to sit down, I got to do my dailies, And I know that's to sort of keep you engaged with the game, but sometimes that's a bit annoying. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I do this without flipping? Yeah. All right. Let's drop this trailer here. Oops. I I switched views. I didn't mean to do that. Let's back up and get fuel here. Saying we burned through half our fuel supply. Though having the extra 22 gallons in the back or whatever it is handy. I think this thing's almost empty, isn't it? I think so. I think that's why the truck's... Yeah, it's empty. I need to make some money to fill my fuel tanks back up. I'm going to start running low on fuel. That's not good. Oh, we got plenty there, though. Okay, good. All right. So we will take this thing... We'll take this load up to here. Whoops. No shortcuts, obviously. Not with a load of cement. And there. All right. And then we'll come back down. We'll pick up another load of cement. And let's see, we're at 10:30 now. So about the halfway point. We should be able to get Black River done. So that'll get us 2 of them done. As long as we don't have any mishaps. Because the warehouse and Black River are pretty easy, which is why I'm doing them with a scout. And then that way I can just do lumber mill and log station with the fleet star and the 4-place or the 5-place trailer. Just do those in one run. Next weekend. It's like the trailer's on bowling balls for wheels or something. It just slides around all over the place. I remember when I first played this game, God, the slipperiness of the tires was just insane. You just slid all over. It was like the whole place was covered in ice. They've definitely done a good job of getting that under control. And it's good to see that the game, it looks like SnowRunner is going to get full support for as long as people are playing it, so. I mean, I know on Twitch, I don't know what the YouTube stats are, but on Twitch, you know, there's about 4,000 people. Is that right? I think it said 4,000 people watching it right now, so. It's got a pretty good following on Twitch, and I'm sure it does on YouTube as well. There's a bunch of content creators for it, so. It'd be interesting to see how much of the game you could do just with scout vehicles. Heading up the mountain. God, I've been watching trailers for a couple of games that are done with this Unreal 5 engine, like Stalker 2. That engine is so good. The stuff just looks amazing. Now, as I understand it, Focus Entertainment and Sabre have their own engine that's a proprietary engine, but I'm sure they used Unreal 5 as a benchmark because the visuals look pretty good on from what I've seen of the Roadcraft. So, looking forward to, even though the visuals on this are quite good. I mean, it's beautiful maps, beautiful terrain. Yeah, that would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Just to see how many missions you could get done just with a scout. Because if you needed to carry like 4 places, you could have a scout with a scout trailer hooked to another scout with a scout trailer. You know, and they can put cranes on some of them, like this one. So you could use cranes. Of course, you could just use the loading mechanic. I don't know that I'd want to do it hardcore, but it'd be interesting to at least try in normal and then maybe in hardcore. I mean, there are clearly some missions like hauling semi-trailers that you wouldn't be able to do with a scout, but it would be interesting to see. And that would be the tough part. Is there are some missions that are linked to each other that you have to do like with a semi-trailer. So I don't know. I swear this thing's got balloons for suspension. I don't know how you'd have to. I guess you would have to have at least one truck to handle those. But, or maybe not. Maybe you just go do other missions. I'd have to look at the maps and see what would be a good map that has most of the missions can be accomplished with a scout. Short of using your winch to pull like a big semi-trailer, which you could do, I mean, technically speaking, but that would be really difficult. Have to figure out a way to do that. Because you can pull the bigger trailers with your winch line, so you'd be able to use that if you needed bigger loads, like the drill rig and stuff like that. You could put on a trailer that you could pull with your winch with this thing. I don't know how you would do the load and unload, though. I don't know. It's something to think about. Yeah, I saw the guy. I watched the stream. The guy's doing it like the whole thing backwards or something. It's like, that was pretty crazy. Though he doesn't do the whole thing backwards. He does most of it backwards, but all right, that one's done. All right, back down the mountain. We'll pick up the load for Black River. We'll probably get that delivered as well. Gotta love the old school bench seats. No headrests. Who needs headrests? Whiplash? What are you talking about? People in the 60s and 70s had stronger necks, apparently. That's some old cracked vinyl upholstery there. I love the details, though. They got the little spec chart on the glove box and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, the DLC paint job is a little garish for my taste, but, you know, it's cool. So I had to run it. I just love the look of these older vehicles. Yeah. Really, was it that early? I didn't even think it was that early, but I guess you're right. Yeah. Because you sit in like like the first few years of the Mustang and whatnot, they don't have headrests. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, I don't put those in much. That's the problem in hard mode is, you know, spending $800 on a bobblehead. Just you're like, well, I don't know. That's a fuel tank full of gas. But start doing some of these bigger missions and start accumulating some more money. You'll definitely do that because I love the stickers and the bobbleheads and all that stuff. They're fun, especially on this thing. The bobblehead would probably break. The whole truck's a bobblehead. Doesn't have headrests. Yeah. Dodge Dart. Just you know, car design and everything was just so much better in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Not to say I don't like some of the modern cars. We won't talk about the 70s much. Once you get past about 73, even then, it's pretty sketchy. But and especially some of the really old pickup trucks, just with the big fat fenders and everything, looks so good. I know I've said this before, but you know, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, especially 50s and 60s, cars were designed for their aesthetics. It had to look good, so people bought them. And then we get into the 70s, and you get into, you know, a bunch of government intervention. Oops. Bunch of government intervention and bumpers, and I mean, like when you take like the Z cars, that poor 280Z, when they slapped that 5-mile-an-hour bumper on there, it's just a big hunk of rubber on the front of it. It was awful. But the Z cars before that looked so good, and of course they've gotten back to that. They've managed to integrate that into the aesthetics now. But the 70s were tragic, and they had stuff like the Mustang 2, which is basically a reskinned Pinto. It was awful. Awful, awful, awful stuff. The houses, the clothes, the cars, design just went to absolute crap in the 70s. We've got some like 70s office buildings around here, and you know, most of the buildings in my city were built like turn of the century, 1900s to 1920s. And so it's a lot of great architecture here. But then you get, for some reason, that they would either tear down a building or there was just an open space, and they built, you know, some 70s office building. It's just basically a brick box, and it's just awful. Awful, awful, awful. You know, there were a few exceptions if you're into like Frank Lloyd Wright. Yeah. Maybe. I guess. I mean, I learned how to. My first driving experience was in a 70. Like, I had a 73 bus, but there's not much you can do with the bus. The bus didn't change that much aesthetically, and it's certainly not the prettiest bus model that was out there, or year of the bus that's out there, obviously. But jeez. But yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, like some of the 70s Fords and stuff, people really still like them a lot. Even though they're basically boxes put together, but they did look pretty cool, pretty good. And some of the 70s Dodges looked pretty good. You have a 72, yeah. I swear holding this trigger down this long just... it's not good for your wrists. I itch. Yeah, but see, 72 is early 70s too. I mean, even the early, like the 70, what was it, 72, 73 Mach 1 Mustang still looked pretty decent. It wasn't great, but it was decent. Look at that, I'm almost out of fuel. All right, let's just drop this here. Fill back up. But, I don't know. Design in general just went to crap as far as I'm concerned. Oh. There we go. I mean, there are obviously some exceptions, but... oh, yeah. Absolutely. But you look like at the Dodge Power Wagons and stuff, 60s, they looked pretty good. And then they kind of lost their way from the 70s and 80s. And then they came back in the 90s with the, what looks like they modeled it after a tractor and trailer. And that's some of my favorite years of the Dodge Ram. I had a 2500, 96 2500, 1996 2500. That was a good looking truck. Black with a full length bed, single cab. It's a great truck. Cummins diesel in it. The gearbox was shit, so I had to replace that. But other than that... alright. Let's go get the second load, take it to Black River. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so we got time. Good. Yeah, and you're right, though. There were some really good engines. Chevy had the 6-cylinder that was really reliable. Of course, Ford and Chevy both had V8s that were really great engines. I don't know that Dodge had anything. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the year. But, the engineering wasn't terrible, but the design just not my taste. I guess some people liked it. God, the haircuts. I see the pictures of when I was a kid in the 70s. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Meme-worthy era, aesthetically speaking. Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that. I used to go to where I grew up. There was a public library, and they had a book of just car wrecks. And I'm not sure what the purpose of the book was really supposed to be, but it was like 1930s, 1940s, 1950s car wrecks. And of course, back then they had steel dashboards, and the cars, the people inside the car took most of the energy, so they're the ones that got hurt. And the car was still in pretty good shape. You just bang the bumper back into shape, or put a new bumper, bolt a new bumper onto it and ready to go. But now, of course, the cars are designed to take all the energy, and they started that in the 70s, obviously, with the 5-mile-an-hour bumpers and the crumple zones and stuff like that. So. Oh, you're talking about the tractor and trailers and the trucks. Yeah, absolutely. And that's still today. You can't get around the physics of mass versus mass. I remember when they came out with it, they started selling the smart car here in the United States and even in Europe, and they were trying to show how it would survive a wreck with a tractor and trailer, and it was like, yeah, I don't know that I'm buying that, because there's nothing there. I mean, there's 3 inches worth of... I don't care how well you design it. There's 3 inches worth of space between the bumper of that tractor and trailer and your kneecaps. Any kind of substantial accident, that's not going to work for you. So yeah, that whole, and that's still the case today. I mean, again, the cars are made now to absorb the impact more. So tractor and trailers, which aren't designed to do that, just absolutely destroy cars. But did I get the trailer up on the road? Okay, good. For a second there, I thought it was off the road. It's like, great, I'm going to have to drag it up here. Yeah, you just can't get around. You can't get around the physics of a large truck versus a car. And it's amazing what totals a car anymore. You can have a fender bender and the insurance company's like, yep, totaled. Because it just costs too much to fix them, apparently. Between parts and labor. Labor's gotten so expensive. And that's why I was working on my car this weekend. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'd rather not work on cars, especially just to do basic repairs. It's one thing to modify a car, but trying to repair my daily driver, I would really prefer to just take it to a mechanic and have them do it and be done with it. But charging $75, $100, $125 an hour, it's like, jeez. Matsu. Yeah, it's not super accurate. That's for sure. If you hit, the guns do smack, but it's there are times when it's like my favorite tier 5 ship, but the lack of that same damn rock, the lack of consistency it makes it tough to love. You can play one game where it's just citadeling everything, and then the next game it's not hitting anything. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, $3,000. Of course, here's the other thing. There's a truck. A typical pickup truck anymore is 40, 50, 60 grand. You get one that's really nice and it's 70, 80 grand, 100 grand. I mean, Jeep just announced their newest Jeep, like their new top-of-the-line Jeep, and it's like they want 120 grand for the thing. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? That's nuts. Really? Huh. Now that you say that, I wonder if they did some sort of stealth buff to Baron, because I've played that ship. I didn't find it particularly good. But the last couple of weeks, certainly since the update, when I run across those things, they smack the crap out of me. It doesn't matter what I'm in. It's like, I don't remember them being that good, but, who knows? Maybe it's just a skill issue on my part. Maybe somebody's figured out a good commander build for it or something. Yeah. Oh. The car between the car price inflation and interest rates, cars are just crazy expensive. And and decent ones, like I'm a big fan of Subarus. There's no point in buying a 5-year-old Subaru because it's almost as much as a brand new one. So you might as well just buy a brand new one. Of course, part of that's because everybody drives them for, 10, 15 years before they finally sell them in most cases, so. Get up there, baby. Come on, you can do it. Oops, I gotta go this way, don't I? But yeah, everything's so expensive anymore. It's just ridiculous what's happened. All right, let's top off our fuel here. Make sure I got... Yep. I got another 27 gallons in the back. Ready to go. Bender, what's going on? Oh, really? Yeah. Still, 32 grand for a WRX is pretty damn good. Well, like, you know, I was talking to my brother yesterday while we were working on my old Outback. And, you know, my kid's saving up for a new Impreza because, you know, for 25 grand you get a reliable, capable, usable daily driver, all-wheel drive, very safe, nice ride, lots of features. You know, but if you try to buy one that's 3 or 4 years old, it's almost the same price. So there's what's the point? And the nice thing is, you buy one new, you're not losing any money. If you decide to sell it for something else, you certainly can, but you might as well just buy a new one. And it'll last you 10 years easy. I mean, my Outback is a 2008. You know, hell, thing's working up on 20 years here pretty quick. Now, I've put a little bit of money into it. I put about 3 grand into it about 2 years ago, but yeah. Nice. Yeah, those cold weather packages are nice if you're up north. No doubt about it. There's something to be said for that. That's one of the things I've always liked about Subarus is that they always had, even the cloth seats are heated. So you could, in just about every model, you could get heated seats. Which is a really nice feature. Not a heated steering wheel, and those are nice too. No doubt. But yeah, I'd love to. I wish I had it in my budget to get a new Outback, but it just ain't happening. Not anytime soon. But they are nice cars. Though, as I think you pointed out, the 2025 is kind of generic looking, which is not making me happy. Oh, really? You can't? It's not even an option? It used to be an option. Yeah, I haven't looked at them in a while. I mean, they're wired for them. You'd think they could... Ooh. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, okay, so it's the 2026 that's the... Yeah. Let me go get this fuel tank over here. Oops. Sorry. I think I've got enough range on this thing. I won't need to... But just in case, I got to go rescue this thing. Have this ready to go. There we go. Everybody's all topped off and ready to go. Ready for the next rescue mission. All right, on to Black River. That'll be 2 down. Should have enough time to get at least get the Freestar loaded up and on its way. Whoa, easy trailer. Got airborne. Yeehaw. Dukes of Hazzard Trucking Company. I had more coffee somewhere. I thought I had more coffee. Yeah, I mean, Subaru, the value of these Subarus is quite good. I mean, and most of it is just inflation, which is the crazy part. You end up with a lot more car than you would have. You know, you can't even find a comparable car from like the 80s. But, you know, you used to be able to buy a car in the 80s for $2 or $3 grand. It's really extraordinary how bad the inflation has been in the intervening time. Especially the last few years. And the hard part with inflation, I was talking to some guys at work about this. The hard part with inflation is that deflation is considered a bad thing. So it's like, how do you improve the value of the dollar? You know, other than growing the economy and people getting paid more, there's no way to do it. I mean, deflation, like I said, is usually considered a pretty bad spiral to get into. That's the only way you make the dollar worth more without just giving people more dollars, which of course causes inflation, which makes the dollars less valuable. And you see that in places like Japan. Japan's got a really good growing economy for the most part. I mean, they've got troubles, but you know, the yen is, you got to pay, you know, 1,000,000 yens for, it's worth like $10 or something. I mean, I don't know what it is, but Alexa, how many Japanese yen are in $1? How many Japanese yen are in $1? Yeah. So 154 yen to the dollar. This is goofy. Alright, that one's done. I guess I'll just leave this here for now. We'll pull it out of here, just in case we got to bring something else here. Alright, we'll park this on the street. Go to the global map. Back to Smithfield Dam. Get the Fleet Star. Drive it down to the quarry, load it up, drive it out, head on out. I do need to check the P16, see how much fuel is in it. Oops. Oh, it's got plenty of fuel. Good. All right. It's a good looking truck. All right. Now we'll use the crane on this one because we're running low on funds here. Yeah, I mean we got 39, but save ourselves $1,200 loading it ourselves. Might not be that much. Might be $500. 550, 600, something like that. I think it's, was it 300 to load or was it 150? I think it was 150, so $600. But still, $600 is money. Come on, baby, let's go. It's going slow. Top off our tanks. All right. Engage the four-wheel drive. Control our descent here with the gears a little bit. All right. Don't want to mess up my diffs. What in the world? Oh, I got caught on a root. Got caught on a root. Or a tree or something. I don't know what that was. Now, getting back up is going to be fun. Because making this turn down here is a little ridiculous with this trailer. Again, poorly designed quarry. Of course, the other option is to keep it up on the road and have a truck come down here, a smaller truck come down here and pick stuff up, but that's like carrying in bags of groceries with more than one load from your car. It's just not allowed. It's just not manly. Slip sliding away, hey? Now what are we caught on? There we go. The world? Oh, I'm trying to back up. That's the problem. It's skill issue. Absolute skill issue there. See if we can get this trailer set up just right. As far over here as we can to make this turn. You know what? You can't use a crane here, can you? Ah, jeez. Forgot about that. Alright, 4 of them. Now, here comes the fun part. Getting out of here. Nope, nope, nope. Don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do it. Oh, God. Big ass rock. Oh! Almost had to add another flip-it truck. Not good. There we go. Alright. From here on out, we should be good. Queen, how we doing? Good morning. Or good afternoon, depending on where you are. I know where you are. I don't know what the time is there. Let's see, it's what, 11 here, so... How are you today? I got the old maple bacon donut today. 4 p.m., that's what I thought. 5 hours, is that right? 5 hours ahead of us? Yeah, 5 hours ahead of me, that's what I thought. There's a little bit of it left. See if you see that. But, yeah, and I had they had a cranberry orange donut that was very nice. It had a sort of a reddish pink frosting and some dried cranberries on top of it, and it tasted quite good. I had that last weekend, but they didn't have any today, so I'm out of luck. That's what I was hoping to bring today, so I just went with the standard maple bacon, which is always a favorite. Golf with Friends. I know Dobie's mentioned that before. I don't know that I have that game. Yeah, we'll see. I got quite a bit to do today, unfortunately, but we shall see. I know Yorkie and I talked about getting together and doing some ranked today as well. So, but yeah, that would be fun. I'll have to do that. I'll have to stay in touch on that because that would be fun. On Wednesday? Yeah. Oh, okay. Not today. On Wednesday. Well, okay. I will consider that. And that's an Xbox game? I'll look it up. Easy. Oh, come on. Get over this boulder here. Ugh. Don't flip. Don't flip. Don't flip. Wait a minute. I thought I loaded 4 in. Oh, jeez. Now I gotta go back down and get the other one. Oh. Well, that's disheartening. Easy. I could have sworn I loaded 4. Obviously not. Do I have a truck I can go down there and load that up with? Don't think so. I think the White Star is still back at Island Lake. Lord. Let me get this monstrosity turned around and get back down there. Oh! Well, that was an unexpected turn. I was trying to go this way. So Queen, what was this game you guys were playing? I saw Dobie and JJ, and I think you were also playing Phasmodia or something like that. I've never heard of that game. Is it like a horror type game or? Dobie, what's going on? New horror game. Okay, cool. Don't play those much, but I find it an interesting gaming genre. And quite popular, obviously. My daughter likes those from time to time. I haven't caught the live stream yet, but I've watched some of them. Spirit Ghost Hunt game. Yeah, I might give it a shot. The problem right now I have is I've got too much stuff on my hard drive. I'm running out of space on my Xbox. Is it for Xbox or is it mobile or PC? I don't know if this is going to work, but I didn't feel like bringing that whole Xbox. Okay. Interesting. All right. I don't know if this is going to work, but I really didn't want to bring... Now Xbox has it. Cool. I really didn't want to bring that whole big trailer all the way back down here, so... We'll see if just bringing this one trail, this one pallet of cement up with this, and then I can move it over to the other one and carry on. I don't have to go get a refuel of foot. I used a half a tank of fuel just going down in the quarry and coming back out. That's crazy. I'd love to go up there, but I know that's not going to work, so. So do you catch the ghosts, or are you just trying to find the ghost, or? I guess I'll find out when I play, right? Yeah, I just loaded the old Stalker games on. Because Stalker 2's coming out, and that looks really interesting to me, seeing as Bethesda's not coming out with a new Fallout for quite some time. Figured I might give that a try, because it's sort of like Fallout. And the new one's on the Unreal 5 engine, so that looks really interesting. It looks really good. So far, the pre-release reviews have been good, but those are always kind of sus, as it were. We're in real danger of flipping this truck on this mission several times already. And of course, now the sun's going down. Trucking in the dark. Now, this will be the interesting part. Let's see. Oh, darn it, I forgot to unload it. Stop. Yeah, I figured that was too far away. There we go. Unpack the cargo. Detach the trailer. Get turned around here. Oops. That should be sufficient. Alright. Store the crane. Hook back up to the trailer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go get fuel first, and then I'll hook back up to the trailer. Because this hill's kind of a bear to get up, or some similar B word, but a bear to get up with a trailer on it, so especially in this truck. And I don't want to drive this truck down there if I don't have to. We're getting a little low on the fuel in here too. Do. Oh. How's the Euro trucking been going, Dobie? I saw you and... Was it you and Krell? Or you and JJ? I saw you doing a stream with somebody, probably JJ. I saw Krell was playing it as well, so... And I see a lot of people playing Farm Simulator 25 now. All right. What time is it? Yeah, we got time to start heading out to Island Lake to the lumber mill. Got all fuel. Oops, what do we got going on here? Huh. What's going on with that? I don't know. Odd. I know I was carrying it in this trailer, and it was being wonky, so... Did I pack the cargo? Just make sure I packed it. There we go. We'll use the P16 to cross the swamp. And we'll go from there. This has quickly become my favorite early game truck. Forward, ho! Especially for these conditions. Crossing the swamp. There we go. Crossing the swamp at night. This thing just eats up the swamp. Love it. Absolutely enjoy it. No stopping it. Now I say that and I'm going to get stuck. Watch. But I'm still going to say it. It's a little soupy right here at the end. Got ourselves a convoy. Like it. Alright, there we go. That should do it. On to the lumber mill. You know, we got a half an hour. We might be able to finish this whole mission in one stream. That'd be awesome. I thought it for sure it'd take at least 2. We'll be close to finishing Michigan up here in a couple more streams. Unfortunately, I had to miss yesterday, but legit, how you doing this morning? It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good weekend. Not too bad. Got some things done yesterday. Got to get some things done today. You know. Nothing super exciting, but it's a living. Enjoying a Sunday morning stream. Maple bacon donut. A little bit of coffee. I think. I'm out of coffee here too. Oh, we did that early. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not trying to do... Whoop, what happened? I must have hit X by accident. Made your first cup of joe, huh? What coffee do you use, legit? Let's try skim. I just picked up a new bag of beans from a local roaster here. I'm trying out. It's pretty good. It's not as much of a dark roast as I generally like, but oh, from First Watch. Nice. Yeah, I like me some First Watch. That's a good place. They got really good food. What? Seriously? You're a French roast guy? Okay. Yep, me too. The last bag we had was an Italian roast. A dark Italian roast. That was really good. This bag, I thought it was... Why is this spiking so much? Let's see, is that better? Wow. I hit the button to turn it off. See, that's what happens. I adjust this thing and then I hit the button is very sensitive, the on-off button. But, yeah, I'm with you. I like it dark. I like a pretty bold, strong coffee. French roast is good. You know, I've got some of that. When we first moved into this house, we didn't have our full coffee setup. And, yeah, I agree. It's very good. I think we had, like, the K-cups, and it was quite tasty. I've got a ton of roasters around here, local roasters, so I've been trying their stuff to see if I can find a favorite. I haven't yet, but the last time I bought too big of a bag. I bought like a 5-pound bag of Italian roast, and I should have known better. It took me forever to get through it, or me and my daughter to get through it. But the stuff I bought today, I thought was a darker roast, but it's a lighter roast, so. What? 5-pound bag of coffee beans? Most of the coffee I drink at work, which is just like Folgers, which it's not great, but you know, it's free, so. Free coffee always tastes good to me. This is an unfortunate situation. There we go. Oh, you are? Yeah. Yeah, my daughter probably drinks more coffee than I do. Oh, does it? Oh, nice. Well, that's better than Folgers in most cases, depending on which one they get. But, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts coffee is good. I like a lot of Wawa coffee. There's some 7-Eleven coffee that I like. You know, just in the actually like brewed already. But Dunkin' does a good good coffee as well, and of course good donuts. I haven't gotten any Dunkin' Donuts for this stream. I'd try. Maybe I'll do that. We've got a couple of them around here. All right, so we'll get this load unloaded, and we'll go to Drummond Island. We might actually be able to finish this mission in one stream, which would be awesome. What are we doing? There you go. I thought this would be a longer mission, or longer set of missions, but not too bad so far. And I actually made it longer than it had to be. I know that's hard to believe, but I did. Crossing the river with the Loadstar was far more problematic than I expected it to be. And I think the thing is, I'm remembering when I had it fully upgraded. That thing's damn near unstoppable, but it is not fully upgraded yet. So, all right, on to the log station on Drummond Island. Let me map this out, because there's occasionally I miss a turn on this route. We're close to it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I was about to say we're close to having most of Smithville Dam done, but I don't think that's actually the case. I think I've still got a fair ways to go. Filled with cookie crumb icing? Holy moly. Yeah, we've got some cool cookie bakers here in town too. You know, that I could add those to the options. But so you got cookie butter cookie filled with cookie crumb icing. Good Lord, man. You sure that place isn't a front for Ozempic? Oh, is it Dunkin'? Oh, okay. It's at Dunkin' Donuts right now? Wow. That's crazy. A cookie batter donut. Yeah, I might have to try that out. Might have to try that out. Maybe I'll get it for Thursday's stream if they still got it out there. Definitely. Yeah, I definitely take any cookie or donut requests or recommendations. I will be more than happy to take a look at those. Come on. Gotta watch all these trees, man. These trees are nasty. Especially when you get a long trailer like this. Can't imagine running into a root ball like that. That would be rough. Cookie batter donut. As if a donut wasn't bad enough as it was. You start making it out of cookie batter. Make it taste like cookie batter. Yeah, I got enough to get to the next trailer. Yeah, the holidays are good for specialty baked items, so I'll have to keep my eyes open for some stuff. Because I was not happy that they hadn't done apparently the baker had a problem when they were making the dough for the orange cranberry donut. They had a problem with the dough, so they had to throw the whole batch out, which must suck from their standpoint. I can't imagine how much between time and ingredients they put into that to have a whole batch go bad. But oh, I bet. So you were a baker. Oh, okay. I think you mentioned that before. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's always, you know, you get that balance off with the yeast or rising or whatever, you know, whatever you got to do to make whatever particular batter you're working with or dough you're working with. It goes bad, man. It's not, the whole thing's done. You got to start over. Until it wasn't, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Come on. There you go. Get downshifted. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's any of those jobs like that. I think, you know, frankly, any job, unless you just super duper really enjoy it. You know, you would think, for instance, streaming. You would think streaming would be, you know, let's say if you're doing, you know, like this, where you're streaming games, you'd think, okay, you're basically playing video games all day and, you know, just streaming. That ought to stay fun, because I mean, I've been playing video games most of my life, probably 40 years or more. And you think, well, shit, that'd be great. But somehow when you turn into your job, after a while, it's like, I can see why people leave it and they go off and do something else. It's like, I get it. The nice thing is when you get further up there, I mean, I know Aaron, I think, has got somebody that makes his thumbnails and somebody that edits his stuff. Again, he's got 2 or 3 full-time. He's got like 2 full-time jobs or a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs. Tommy's the same way. Meta, all those guys have got. I don't either, especially considering the game he's doing. I mean, it's got to be, and his temperament. I mean, you know, I don't get riled up that much. Occasionally I get salty, but dude's salty all the time. And it's like, well, I don't know why you would do that, but you know, that's just part of his personality. So, and also the other side of it is that even though he's probably the biggest or one of the, you know, the first or second biggest streamer for Legends, 55,000, even with donations and memberships and everything else, he ain't making a ton of money. You know, it's one thing when you get a guy like Ninja. Yeah, it's same. You get a guy like Ninja. Ninja's making millions of dollars every year. So, yeah, you keep pushing on it. But, you know, he's playing Fortnite or whatever. But again, he's making just piles of money. Or you get a guy like Asmongold. I was watching Asmongold, and he was talking about he shut his channel down because he got banned on Twitch. So he shut his channel down because he made some statements people didn't like. But he was on Social Blade, and he's making in ad revenue on YouTube. He's making between $15,000 and $20,000 a day in views. And it's like, well, dang. I mean, I knew he was making a lot. I mean, he's got 3 million. He's got 3 million subscribers. And everything he puts out's got millions of views, but Johnny, how's it going? But when you're making $15,000 to $20,000 a day just in ad revenue, that's nuts. You know, but again, he's been streaming, you know, and he doesn't even stream games that much. He streams primarily commentary, reaction videos, and that kind of thing. Oops. Turn that off. Turn that on. Don't you flip! Now what? You know what? I was going to go around the mud pit, but I think I'm going to go through the mud pit because I really don't want to flip this thing. Yeah. Well, and the trouble is, like, that's his primary streaming content now is his opinions on things. And so would it hurt his business if he didn't stream those things? It probably would, even though I'm sure he'd make plenty of money just gaming. But, you know, like I don't do politics and stuff, generally speaking, on here. I mean, we can have discussion about economics or something like that, but I generally try to stay away from the politics. But I'm a tiny little channel. You know, I'm sure Asmongold can somebody with 3 million subscribers on YouTube. He's got a ton on Twitch, obviously, too. But, you know, I'm sure he can afford to lose some people and it'd be okay. Look at that. 22 grand. All done in one stream. Ah, it makes me super happy. All right, let's see what we got next. All the Dyson's done. The super order. Okay. And all those are done. We're almost done all the big missions. All right, so let me ask you guys. So once I finish this super order, I'm done all the big missions. Should I continue on Michigan and do all the smaller stuff to finish it up? Or should I just go ahead and move to the next map and new trucks and stuff like that? Because I know it's the trucks and stuff people like. I'm just, your thoughts on it. I'm not sure which I'll do one way or the other. But once I do this super order, I'm done with Michigan. I'm done with all the Michigan missions. There's lots of smaller stuff I can do. But, yeah. New map. Yep. Okay, legit. Yep. So legit's vote. I should put a poll up. I don't even know how to do that. I don't have enough people on here to put a poll up, but Alaska would be fun. Yeah, so I'd probably do Wisconsin first, just because that makes more sense to me. But you think Alaska? Well, the way they released them, Tamir would be next, but I sort of want to do the U.S. first. I'm not going to do them. I wasn't thinking of doing them in that order because sort of the backstory to this whole stream is that I'm a guy with this trucking company. So, but I don't know. Alaska I could see doing. Yeah. But so definitely Johnny, a new map after I finish this mission. Okay. I think that makes sense. That's why I'm asking, because that's sort of where I was going. It's like there's lots of smaller missions to do here, but you know, it's the big stuff that's fun to watch. So, and of course we get, you know, even with Wisconsin, we get new trucks. Like if I look at the global map, yeah. So we got Michigan, and then there's Wisconsin, which is pretty close to Michigan. There's Maine, and then Tennessee. North Carolina. Oh, and that's the other thing. I don't know that you guys were on here. I know Trail Ride was, but so season 15 is coming out for SnowRunner, and I will probably suspend this game and go when the season 15 comes out, I'll probably go and do season 15 and do that content, because it'll be a long time before within this sort of storyline I'll get to it. And I want to see what the new stuff is on season 15. So I'll probably go do season 15 and do that map and then come back. Yeah. I should have gone and done Austria, even though Austria didn't take, it seemed to be a really small and low in missions. Like, most people got it done like 20 hours. But I should have done the season 14. I did one stream with it, and I probably should have done the whole thing, because it's new content, so that's what people want to see. So I still want to do this super hard mode throughout, but yeah, I think once I get this, like, I'll probably get these missions done in the next stream, and then we'll probably go to, well, I'll go to Wisconsin. And once I get the U.S. done, then I'll probably do, like, maybe I'll do British Columbia and stuff and go up to Alaska, and then we'll cross over to the Russian maps, even though I know the Russian maps are really popular. So, but because there's Alaska, and then there's the Yukon, and then you get over into Tamir. The other thing is like the Russian stuff, the trucks are really overpowered. So, but the maps are also very tough. So there's lots of good content out there. Where's the Glades? Is that a Russian map? Yeah, that's a Russian truck. So, oh, Central Asia, that's right. I can never remember what that is. That's all I can see is the parking lot. That's pretty. All right, well that settles that. So I'll finish up the super mission. I also don't have a whole lot of money right now, so yeah, if I finish up the super order, that'll get me. Where's this? Is this part of Canada? No. I haven't even been in some of these maps. Yeah, see, I kept buying the DLCs and stuff because I wanted to play them, and then I never got into playing them, so I was like, I don't even know where this is. Yeah. Almada region. I don't even know what that is. There's Austria, which is the most recent one. And then you get back to Michigan. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Is I'll finish up the super order mission, and then we'll head to Wisconsin, and we'll go from there. Just kind of work our way around through Canada, up into Canadian Frog. How you doing? Appreciate you hopping on. Caught me right at the end of the stream, but appreciate you hopping on. I was enjoying your. I didn't get on chat because I was in the middle of something else, but I watched a bunch of your. What is it? Blood Rain. That's a great looking game. I talked about Canada. Yeah, it's probably going to be a while before I get up into Canada in this game, but absolutely. Yeah, as one might guess, Canadian Frog is in Canada. So let's see, what is super order? So we've got to take fuel, consumables, service parts, and wooden planks to the logistics base. That's a tough spot. And then, okay. I saw this and I was thinking, well, it's not too bad. There's 6 things we got to haul to 2 different places. No, sir, my friend. Now, see, like this one I could do with the scout that's back there, so that's fairly easy. I just have to pop over and pick up the fuel. And then we got the port here. And then we got Island Lake. But a lot of these I don't think I can source from here. Like, I haven't even unlocked all this map yet. I've unlocked most of it, though. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to do it. We can do this in parts. Like I said, the Black River, that's easy enough to do. I'll probably do that part first, because that's easy to do. And I'll get that over with. And then I'm here, but I think everything I need is on other maps. Yeah. So we'll start tracking that. And I've got this 5-spot trailer, so I should be able to get most of this. This 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 things. So I just drive around. And I may use the scout to bring it in. Bloodborne, that's right. Yeah, it was good. That's a great looking game. And it looks like a really cool story from what I saw. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get on in chat, but I've got a dryer that needs fixing. I was trying to figure that out last night. That wasn't fun. It's an old dryer. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get a new dryer. This dryer is from like 70. So my house was built in 1965, and this dryer is from 72, I think. And the thing's still running. So that tells you something, doesn't it? The washing machine I have is a fairly new washing machine. It's like 2 years old, and I've already had to do some repairs to it. Meanwhile, the one from the 1970s has been running just fine. I know. Isn't that crazy? It's so simple. It's got a dial with 4 settings on it, heat settings, and a button. That's it. That's all that's on it. You just turn it to permanent press the button. Turn it to towels, press the button. It's like there's no circuit boards, nothing. Oh yeah. The solid state just, lasts forever. It's awesome. But when I hit the power button, I can hear the motor either trying to turn or turning. I can't tell. It's not vibrating or anything. So I don't know if the drum is stuck or if the belt is broken and the motor's just free spinning. So I'm trying to get the top off so I can see where the belt is, because the belt is not like on newer dryers. The belt is easier to get to than on this thing. This thing, the belt wraps all the way around the drum, and it's sort of up inside there, so I got to take the belt. Yeah, you would think. But on a 1972, it's apparently not quite so easy. So that's part of my projects for today. I got to try to get that fixed. But the laundry room in this house is really small and not really well set up, because it was built in 1965. Not really well set up for a washer and dryer setup. So I'm thinking if I'd buy one, I'll probably get an over-under or whatever they call it, where the dryer's on top and the washer's on the bottom, because that would give me a lot extra space for like storage in the well, it was clearly a pantry at one point before the washer and dryer. Like, I don't have a dishwasher either. Yeah, stacker, thank you. Stacked washer and dryer. And if I got a stacked washer and dryer, then it would open up all the pantry space, because right now the dryer basically blocks all the pantry space. So I'm thinking that it just might be time. I was going to do that when I first moved in, and then I said, nah, let me save some money for right now when I first moved in. But now I'm getting to where it's like, you know what? Probably ought to just do the upgrade, because it would open up so much space in that pantry. I could put shelves in there and all kinds of good stuff. So, yeah, there's not a lot of storage in this house. Back in the 60s, apparently storage was not something they thought about. I've got like 3 closets. Alexa, stop. It's a 1,200 square foot house, but I got like 3 closets, very little cabinet and countertop space. I don't have a dishwasher. The house is in great shape, but the couple that the couple that I bought it from, they were both in a nursing home. Their daughter handled the purchase. So it's like, it's been the same people. They built this house in 65, and they lived in it until 2 years ago, which is extraordinary. But the house is in just an amazing shape. They took really good care of it. So, all right, folks, it's noon. Appreciate everybody hanging out, and appreciate the feedback. Like I said, we'll finish this mission up in a couple more streams, and then we'll move on to Wisconsin. It'll be fun to do a new map and get some new trucks. I like these trucks, but it's time to move on. All right, everybody have a good one. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you all. I don't know if I'll be on Monday or not. I might be, but definitely will be on Tuesday because obviously we get the new update for Legends, so we will have new content to look forward to. All right, everybody, take it easy. Bye-bye.